Silver Bullet is a fun Bolliger Mabillard inverted coaster located at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. Silver Bullet opened on December 7th, 2004 as the third of the quote-unquote Big Four that operate at Knott's today. Those being Ghost Rider, opened December 1998, Accelerator, which opened June 2002, and Hang Time, which opened May 2018. Silver Bullet stands 146 feet tall and has a drop of 109 feet while reaching a top speed of 55 miles an hour. The theming. Silver Bullet's theme is displayed on a board near the entrance that displays the following message. The Legend of Silver Bullet. There once was a time, not too long ago, that demons and evil spirits were known to stalk and terrorize the good settlers of the West. As legend has it, the only way to silence these demons was with the powerful shot of a silver bullet. The only source of these supernatural bullets was the famous Silver Bullet mine located in parts north of the quaint town of Calico. The mine was opened and operated by a recluse known as Just Jacob. The mine turned out miraculous bullets just as fast as its residents could use them up. But the demons grew wise towards the source of their demise and descended upon the town in force to put an end to the production of these magical silver bullets. But Jacob was clever and devised a contraption to outsmart the demons. He created powerful ore cars that were suspended beneath the floating track. The ore could then be extracted and raced through tunnels and caverns as gunslingers sat perched upon benches protecting the precious cargo. Their arsenal replenished, the citizens of Calico soon rid the town of the menacing demons. Today, Silver Bullet calls you to confront your own demons. Ready, aim, scream! It's a shame that this theme is only really displayed on this one sign. The placement of this ride in the Ghost Town section of Knott's is clever, as the theme of the area fits the theme of the ride pretty well. The trains. These trains are the Bolliger Mabillard inverted coaster trains. These are nearly identical to all the other installations of this model, the exception being Banshee at Kings Island. Silver Bullet features the familiar B&M over-the-shoulder restraints. These restraints are comfortable and snug. As for how these trains look, they've grown on me over time. At first, I kind of thought they looked weird and that the colors were out of place compared to the ride's track and supports. Now, I actually like how these ride's trains look different. Silver Bullet embraces how it's different, both in how it looks and its layout, and I really like that. The ride experience. Silver Bullet starts with the right turn out of the station. Then you ascend the 146-foot tall lift hill. While you do this, you get a great view of Knott's other attractions. Silver Bullet then goes into a Bolliger Mabillard pre-drop. This is found on a lot of their older roller coasters, though they have started to transition away from the pre-drop. Silver Bullet's pre-drop keeps you straight for what feels like a longer time than most other inverts. Silver Bullet then banks to the right and heads down the 109-foot drop. This drop is very underwhelming. The banking into the drop has no whip, unlike the other invert I've ridden, Raptor at Cedar Point. Well, it would have been that and Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa if that ride didn't decide to not operate on the day I visited. Still mad about that BGT. Besides having no whip, this drop is not very steep, so it does not have much in terms of forces. There is one redeeming quality of this drop, however. It gives a great view of Jaguar, and the other attractions near that side of the park. Silver Bullet then charges into a 105-foot tall vertical loop. This element has some nice positive G's in the ascent into the element and the descent out of it. I compare this loop to the one on Hulk at Universal's Islands of Adventure because it also has nice positive Gs in both of these moments, as well as a tiny bit of flow on top of the loop. Silver Bullet then rises to the left into a very tall and very high bank turn. If you ride this element on the morning, or on a cooler day, you get some nice flow at the peak of this element. If you sit towards the left side of the train, you can see the whole entrance area of Knott's. This element does not have much in forces other than the float. Silver Bullet then heads into a pretty forceful Cobra roll. Unlike other inverts, this element does not have much whip. This element instead has some okay sustained positive Gs and great visuals of the park. I tend to prefer whippier Cobra rolls, like the one on Raptor, but this one is okay because of the visuals. Silver Bullet then rises into a 0G roll. This element is one of the only elements I would call whippy on Silver Bullet. This element also has some float, as the name of the element implies. 0G roll. It has a little bit of 0G. I prefer the one on Raptor because it is taken with more speed, thus having more whip and even a pinch of weak floater airtime. Silver Bullet then seamlessly transitions into a 270-degree helix. This helix has some positive Gs, but it is much inferior to the one later in the ride. Silver Bullet then heads into a corkscrew. This element has some okay whip, and some nice positive Gs. Silver Bullet then has a high bank turn to the left. This element is a great transitional element between the two corkscrews, as it kind of banks into them. The next element is that next corkscrew. This element feels identical to the first, but it has slightly better visuals of the pond beneath you and the first drop. The final element on Silver Bullet is a 540-degree upward helix. While this element is a common final element on a lot of roller coasters, it is a good one. Some enthusiasts call this a gray out moment. However, I handle intensity pretty well, so I did not gray out. Or maybe I was expecting a gray out, so I did not get one. Silver Bullet then cruises into one of the two final brake runs. This pretty much ends your 3,125 foot long journey on Silver Bullet. Final thoughts. I think that Silver Bullet is a little bit overhated in the coaster community. Some say it does not pull much force, which I would actually agree with. However, this ride is not trying to be all that forceful. I think that Silver Bullet embraces how it's different, both in how it looks and in its layout. This ride is perfect for Knott's because of this. In a way, Knott's is not like other parks. I mean, it's the only quote-unquote theme park in the Cedar Fair chain. The rest of Cedar Fair's properties are amusement parks, which are less focused on theming and charm. I have heard some people starting to like Silver Bullet because of its layout and uniqueness, which is great. I think that this ride has some fun forces and a great layout. Silver Bullet is my second favorite roller coaster in California and my 8th favorite overall, though I have only ridden 34 different roller coasters as of making this video, and I have not experienced hang time or accelerator. Hang time was down for half the day because of wind, and accelerator only cycled with people 2 times. What do you think of Silver Bullet? Tell me in the comments below. And hey, if this video does well, expect a lot more roller coaster reviews in the future, especially as I ride more roller coasters. See you later.